This is a very special video for my friend Grizz. Grizz seems to have some, I don't know, early onset Alzheimer's and has forgotten many things, including how to make good biscuits. And I'm sorry, Grizz, but you can't keep eating that beef stew with those horrible things you're calling biscuits. So real quick, I'm going to show you how to make them from scratch. And then I'm going to do something crazy, because that's what I do. Because, you know, it's me. Now, I do not have Fox here to be my cinematographer, so you're going to have to put up with some very bad shots. And I have music blowing in the background because nobody's home. It is glorious! So quickly, let's put together. The best recipe I've ever found for biscuits is very simply on the back of a Clabber Girl baking powder. Look at that! Old-fashioned biscuits. Right there. Go get yourself a can. Look it up. It's on the back. So the very first thing is going to be, hopefully this will show you what I'm doing, 2 cups of all-purpose flour. That's super easy, isn't it? I'm sure you can measure out 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Then you're going to want 2.5 teaspoons. That's awesome. The noise you are hearing is, I'm going crazy. I made myself some chocolate banana bread. I'll show you in a moment what is inspiring this, besides the fact that I'm home alone. Okay, very, very important to measure, as I did not do in my last video for the pancakes. It was really, really bad. Don't ever do that. So, 1 teaspoon, 2 tisps, and where's the 4th? I know you're here. May the 4th be with you. Oh, it's a half, not a 4th. That might explain it. And then 1/2 of a tisp. Isn't it great that they're all on the measuring spoon so you don't have to guesstimate or anything? Then 1/2 tisp of salt. Yes, that horrible, evil salt shaker of doom. You probably, I don't even know if you're seeing any of this. Now, this is where you get so high-tech. Check this out, Grizz. A fork. The powdery stuff. Mix all your powdery stuff so the powdery stuff is all together. Ta-da! Powdery stuff all together. Now, remember I was talking to you about Crisco and butter. So butter has a very low melting temperature. Are you kidding me? I think I used all of the good stuff. So butter has a very low melting temperature, and so when you bake with it, it is actually going to flatten everything out. Like, that's why your chocolate chip cookies, when you make it with butter, are flat and crispy. And when you make them with margarine, they're a little more puffy. And when you make them with shortening, they are the poofiest. So with these biscuits, we are going to use the shortening, and it wants 1/3 a cup of shortening. And this is going to be harder to do because there's nowhere for me to have you set to look. I don't know if that's going to work. I was going to have you look at my gorgeous wolf face, but you know, that's not going to work. Okay, well, then you can look at lemons. Those are going to be for some lemon scones that I'm making for my mom. Right now I have a chocolate banana breakfast cake in the oven for my dad. I'm sure I've told you my parents have some serious health issues, and that is one of the reasons I came down here, so that I could supposedly help them. I say supposedly because it doesn't matter how old you are or how bad a condition your parents are in, they treat you still like you're the teenager who was living at home with them years ago. Now, This is another high-tech instrument. I use, see there's your shortening. This is a pastry cutter. It is the most awesome thing in the universe. And seriously, Grizz, think what you can do to a zombie with this thing right here, huh? Wicked grossness. Ugh, could you imagine? So you crush, it's called cutting. So you cut the shortening, the butter, into the flour ingredients. And I'm going to have to use 2 hands. Oh, and if you don't have one of these awesome high-tech thingy bobbers, you can use a fork. Because, I mean, that's how we all started, right? As bachelor people, well, not bachelors, but, you know, cooking with whatever we can. You just smush it against the side of your pan, your bowl, I mean, and it cuts all of the flour up. So give me a second. I'm going to cut that up. You can look at the lemons again, because lemons are the yummiest. Well, you know, when used correctly. Because, you know, when life gives you lemons, I got a ton of recipes for you to use on what to do with them. I happen to like lemons. But I'm going to get a little crazy here on your biscuits, Grizz. I'm going to show you first how you do it, and then I'm going to show you how to go crazy with it. So, here's where me and all recipes deviate, because I cannot stick to a recipe. I blame my mother. So what you're supposed to do is you're cutting this into the flour until it's, you know, just nicely mixed. If you're using a mix, generally you kind of skip this part. If you're going to use butter, you want to pre-cut it up into small little bits, like pea-sized bits, and freeze them, and then put them in here, because that's how it's going to, that was lovely, I know what that is. It's going to be the crumbly, because you can see it's kind of crumbly looking. It's a little floury. Well, there, you can kind of see how it's crumbly. You want it looking like that, a little crumbly. Generally, this is where I would add like a little extra butter, maybe some honey. Well, today I have something else in mind, but since I got to show you how to take care of biscuits first, I'm gonna be a good girl, finish the recipe, then I'll go crazy with it. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to add in 3/4 of a cup of milk. Now here's where I think you said that you were having the problem. So you've got all your dry ingredients taken care of. Then you add your wet. Okay? Switch back to your fork because you don't want to overmix this. And you're going to stir it. See how everything's kind of forming into a little bit of a ball here. Don't work it too hard. Don't beat it too hard. Just gently poke it and prod it. Be gentle, not hard. We want to coax it, not force it. Trust me, it's better when it's coaxed. Slowly build it into this ball that you want. Okay, now this is where I get all sensory, because you know me and my sensory. Once I get it to about this point, I put my hand in it, because I'm terrible, and start kneading it. You can really feel if your dough is overworked if you just use your hands. You can use your fingers to work in the drier bits and pieces. And let's see if I can do this. I'm going to pour it out onto the counter here. I'm not sure if you can see that. This is why I need my cinematographer, at least a, you know, a tripod or something. And you just knead it all. Maybe I like doing this because of, you know, the massage therapy thing. I really don't know. Well, this says I don't have very many minutes left. So what you're going to do, just keep kneading this. Keep working in all of this dry stuff until you get, see this nice dough here? It's fairly soft. It's malleable, kind of like Play-Doh. How it's not crumbly. So you want it like this. And then you're going to roll it out. But I'm going to do something absolutely nuts right now. This is my leftover breakfast. Yeah, that's chocolate there. Chocolate, yogurt, hemp seeds, chia seeds, flax seeds. I decided to make a Grizz biscuit. So this is now a new invention I'm going to have called a grizzly biscuit. And basically I'm just going to work that right into my dough. But the reason, you saw that chocolate, right? You know how I am about chocolate, Grizz. You have got to see this. This is why I'm making the chocolate banana bread and why I'm making Grizz biscuits. This right here. Do you see this? This is 22 pounds. 22 pounds, sir, of dark Belgium chocolate. Organic, I might add. Some insane soul that I game with sent this to me to beg my forgiveness because he kept screwing up his posts. This is why I'm a goddess, right? I'm going to stop this for now. I'm going to finish mixing your biscuits and I'll show it to you fast. I want to show you this part. I've rolled you out. Got to show you this. This is my great-grandmother's rolling pin. My great-great-grandfather carved it for her as a wedding gift. So, yeah, I think it's awesome. Use a cup and cut out your biscuit shapes. And this is where I'm going to get the Grizz from. Come on, you. I'm going to take a little shot glass, and I know you have these. Go back, cut out a little tiny one, and stick it on there as his nose. Squish it together, put it on your pan. See? Alright, my friend, this is how I know these biscuits wanted to be made. The Grizz biscuits are all cut out. I have 10 minutes left on my cake, and look what happened. I didn't even try. So these biscuits are definitely for you. They will go in just a few moments, and we will see how they come out.